absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth.
This is interesting. We're going to see what actually
His
happens when we
adversary
lose.
and all others shall remain.
Hello everyone, XFalcon here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Pyre. And so, before anything else, I've thought up of a new format again. Well, it's not exactly a new format, but I just thought that maybe, you know, for things like the Liberation Rites, about the Liberation Rites, I'll be, separating them as just one episode, just, to focus on that particular Liberation Rite. And I'll also, as usual, read the dialogues and all that, just to make, since, Liberation Rites are pretty much a big thing in general. And yeah, but as for normal episodes, maybe I'll stick with the new format that I mentioned the last episode. I don't read the dialogue and all that in order to fit as many things as possible within that episode. Like in that particular episode, you may have noticed that I've been able to fit 2 rites in just one episode. Unlike with my other episodes, it takes the same amount of time to do one rite just because I'm reading the dialogue and all that. So yeah, maybe for normal episodes, while we're in between cycles, while we're not still going to participate in a Liberation Rite, maybe I will do that. I won't read the dialogue as usual, just to fit in as much as many content in one episode. And then if we're in the Liberation Rite, we'll be doing, as in treating it as something more special, because it really is. So I'll be doing the usual, reading the dialogue and all that. So yeah, do tell me what you guys think, okay? I mean, I'm not quite sure if I'm even doing it this series right at all, because how many episodes are we in already? I think this is the 14th episode, and for those who are actually loyally watching this series, and I know you are very few, how should I say this? And you're not even, commenting your comments and suggestions and all that. So I really don't know how I should proceed, or what you guys actually think about the series. But I'm not getting any dislikes so far, so I think that's a good thing, I guess. So I don't know. So yeah, if ever, please guys, if you are actually listening with this, my intros, do comment down your suggestions and all that, criticisms or anything. Anything really helps. So yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Before we continue, let's look at the conversation available in the Black Wagon. So here's Rookie. Maybe we'll be talking about him, and during last episode, Rookie and Barker. As you approach Rookie, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. Know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. Okay, I guess it was a good thing that we went with Barker, so him and Rook can settle their problems. And yeah, I think I'll be doing that with the other characters as well. Whoever character is connected to that character, maybe we'll use that certain character in the rites in order to bring about, scenarios like this. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, to be honest. The description about the game is pretty much true, that every playthrough can be very different depending on your decisions and all. So wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand. Yep, I've already read that. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. And assuming Barker even gets free, but maybe not. She's still waiting for her rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just cause I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Here's owe. Okay. Happy for you, rookie. Your prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. +2 hook. Permanently, wow, okay, that's a first. Actually gaining permanent stats from situations like this. That's cool. We've got new pages in the Book of Rite, so I think hopefully it's from chapter 1 and chapter 2 as well. Anyway, 23. What page is the chapter 2 again? Chapter 25. Page 25 I mean. Oh, okay. So it skips by 2 numbers at a time. So this one's the final page for chapter 1. Have I read that in the last episode? I don't think so. Well, at least I'll look into it. Okay, there we go. We haven't read this yet. So, the Freedom Pact, in the words of Golgolathanian, the Master General. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind. For we knew that we were trapped. Yet, for each danger which we faced, for every failed ambush by Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits in the downside, who deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then, at last, a moonlit vision, that of the rights. Thus shall they say of us. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. And that's the end of chapter 1. Interesting. So chapter 1 is pretty much about, the first scribe, which is Soliam Moore, and the formation of the 8 scribes. And as for chapter 2, we still only have 1 page there, which I've already read before, and there's no new pages, so we'll have to wait for that. Anyway, let's continue. Take off. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that we still have to fly towards the Scribe's Gate for the Liberation Rite. I thought that we were there already, but never mind. Anyway, it's just a straightforward path towards there, unless I want to explore around here, which I probably won't. Anyway, there's only one place to go down to, which is Emperor's Fall. I guess. Oh, there's also Emperor's Ascent. The Sense Pamitha shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here, or the Sense Tito shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. Okay. So I won't even be using both of them for this ride because I plan to set Rookie free. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, before I land, I just had this thought, because usually in video games, of course, our aim is to win, of course. You pretty much already know that, but in this particular game, it doesn't exactly fit the story, because the point of the rite is to be free. Yeah, because all of us down here in the downside are exiles, and just because I'm controlling the Nightwings doesn't mean other people don't deserve freedom. I mean, the other people outside the Nightwings. So, if I remember correctly, our enemy is DALBERT, the old old dog, the old cur, with his human son. I don't even know how that works, but you know, he seemed like a good man, and I just wondered, what if I lost? Will he get free, or his son even? If Ray has an interest with the son, which is named Almer, if I remember correctly, and yeah, if whoever gets free with the two of them, I think I'm pretty okay with it. But I don't know how the game will react to it. If I ever lost on purpose, or you know, I just lost in general, will I get a game over or not? Or probably not, because from Volpred's planner we have a win-lose record. So there's no point having a lose loss record. If you know, if we lost just once, then it's a game over. So yeah, that really got me thinking. And as far as I'm seeing it, this game has a lot of possible scenarios and situations. So yeah, I'm still thinking whether to free Rookie or we get lost or we lose on purpose, just to see what happens if Dalbert or Almer, whichever the two, gets free. Because from all the triumvirates, the only people I want to be free are the two of them, and maybe Tamitha as well, since you know, she's Pamitha's sister. She's just pretty much blinded with her anger for her sister, but maybe we will get to fix that in the future. We'll see. Anyway, we're still not in the Liberation Rite, so I'll be thinking about it along the way. So let's continue. You make landing on the sacred Mount Alodiel, upon whose summit the next Liberation Rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Yep, there's also the plan to consider, because if I ever lose in this one, will the success of the plan, you know, the percentage of the plan being successful decrease, or will it just stay the same? We'll never know until I try. So I'm still pretty much thinking about what should I do for the Liberation Rite. Anyway, seek the Harp Scribe's favor. Okay, so we're pretty much gonna get a stat for Pamitha here temporarily. Later that day, you accompany Pamitha into the quiet solitude of Emperor's Ascent, where a monument to Triesta Tethys God damn it Tethys or Tithys God damn it awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Pamitha's inner thoughts, as clear as if she were speaking aloud. Talking to the dead again, Pamitha. Fine, why not? Ought to keep your mind off things. Just don't go getting your hopes up. Your life back there, it wouldn't be any better anyway. Soon, you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Triesta Tithys, I just rated that way to avoid any issues whatsoever, has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Pamitha gained +2 quickness for the next rite, and I won't be even be using her. Anyway, before we go do our vocations, there's another conversation in the Black Wagon. I don't know if I'm speaking too quickly, guys, so yeah, do comment it down as well if ever. Pamitha is staring out the window as you approach. I miss flying, reader darling. Take it from me, it feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast ass down here. If they can get their fingers on us, they make sure we never fly again as once we did. So that's why Pamitha pretty much just flutters, if that's the correct word, during the rites, because her wings as well as the other high wing remnants in the downside have been all their wings have been clipped by the evil Commonwealth. Anyway, all while calling it an act of mercy. Yeah, right. Let me ask you something, You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? You know the violence they have caused, you know that they have suffered, you know you share a common ancestor, you know little of her time. Just said that when some of the ancient harps relinquished their wings, the conflict began. You know that they have suffered, the long hold has led the winged race to ruin, and this is probably the safest answer because they are humanoid looking. They still have human features, so I assume this is correct that they share a common ancestor. So we'll see. You understand that long ago there was only one tribe. They flew together and conquered the known world. But some of their descendants were born different. Oh, okay, so came first were the winged race, but the actual humans sort of, should I say, evolve from that, and yeah, that's pretty much how humans were born. They as said, they relinquished their wings. Interesting. These wingless ones had little choice but tend the land with their hands of flesh. Over time, the wingless were disavowed, abandoned. It was said that they were born under dark stars. Oh, okay. In time, they formed the Empire, and they fought back. Empire Strikes Back. Not all the winged and the wingless were at odds, and famous harps such as Saint Triesta Tichys proved kinship could be possible. Nonetheless, old hatreds are not easily assuaged. Assuaged? I'm always encountering new words in this game. Interesting. That this is fairly accurate to our account of things. So, in a manner, you yourself are sister to me. Oh, that's nice. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor. I can tell you that. Yep, we've seen that many times. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there certainly are something, but there's a bleakness to it too, being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way, we might just get a shot with the prince. Continue the line, if he even exists. The prince, your understanding is that the males of the harp are all gone, though perhaps. Oh, okay. So, for example, if bees have a queen bee, or ants have a queen ant, sort of, these hive-wing remnants, I guess, they are mostly female, and, they mate with very few males, or maybe just one prince. That's interesting. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I rather enjoyed the traveling we've done. The change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after all this. In fact, I've a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me. She heads out of the wagon into the quiet solitude of Mount Alodiel. So, there's nothing else left for us to do here? And so, let's do our vocation. As usual, I will mentor a companion. Who should I mentor? Jodariel and Hedwin, pretty much high experiences. They're pretty much max it out just by participating in the rites. For Ruki, if I ever decide to how do you say this? If I ever decide to liberate him in the coming rite, then he won't be needing this. So I don't know, I guess I'll be using Pamitha next after Ruki, if ever, so I guess I'll mentor her. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. You and Pamitha review what observations you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. She has keen insights about some of them. Okay, interesting, and now we actually level up. That's nice. All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. Anyway, there's another salute skill here. After saluting her adversaries, Pyre instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Oh, that seems interesting. Strike Dash. Pyre can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. Okay, that's pretty nice. We can pretty much spam it, just clear out enemies, sort of. Yep, I guess I'll go with that. The other Mastery seems good for using as a decoy, but I think I won't be using that for now. Everything and everybody has its weaknesses. If I've come to learn anything at all in life, it's that. Okay. That's something. Oh, there's nothing left for us to do here, so let's continue. And we've got 2 paths as usual. The Sensei shall gain favor from the scribes along this route. Whatever. But yeah, I guess we'll go with this since we'll be using Rookie. Maybe additional quickness despite him already so friggin' fast. I can't even control his E. Sometimes I run too or jump too far from the pyre. Anyway, we're here. On the way to the summit, we pass a monument to Under King Ors, or Reese, I still don't know how to read it, and Rookie happens to take notice. We wish for good fortune in the coming rite and in your plan. As for Rookie, so you scribes people, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Okay, so he's praying. If you can, then do me a solid and let me get out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me, and they've been waiting for a while now. Ah man, this is making me have a hard time choosing between him and, you know, DALBERT. I mean, DALBERT seems to be like a really nice guy, and he's already old, and I think by this time he already deserves to be free. But I still don't know. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Oris has shown you favor. Good for you, Rookie. Glory? What does Glory do again? Damage dealt to a pyre. Okay. And so we move forward, and now we're at the Scribe's Gate again. We're going to see Celeste again, I think. If I remember her name correctly. I don't know. Some read it as Celeste, some read it as Celeste. I don't know how they read it in this game. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward toward the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you toward the archway, where his counterpart awaits, which is the Gate Guardian. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. So tsundere. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what is it that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Okay, we're going to do that again. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forward one after another, much like before. Diesel passes through the gate. Hedwin passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Pamela passes through the gate. Joe Darian passes through the gate. Yup, everyone passes through the gate. Yup, Rookie too. Walfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. Step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the Gate Guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Hey, why won't you notice Tarek? Anyway, we're finally here for our second Liberation Rite. Again, you gain the top of Mount Alodiel, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you soon shall follow Ray from this place. commences Liberation Rite. Is there new... Okay, there's a new page, The Fall of Solium. Maybe that's for page 2, chapter 2 I mean. Or not. We'll see. No, it is not. Oh, yeah, never mind. No new page for the chapter 2. Anyway, let's look at the slug market. Seems that there's something new. Oh, hey guys, you know it gets really awful cold up here. Sometimes waiting for customers, so come on in, okay? And good luck in the big battle thing you got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be excited from my friends. Yep, it's actually really cold when I'm recording this. Anyway, we got a handful of stardust. As usual, I'll be taking them. And we've got a new item, Infernal Bloom. After bearer banishes an adversary by aura casting, an aura burst may occur. I think aura burst is similar to Tizo's skill, you know, the the suicidal skill. Anyway, tell all your friends about us because I already told mine. Anyway, finally we're here, so let's begin. The time has come for your second Liberation Rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Wolfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Wolfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these Liberation Rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time, if possible. Know simply that, for each one of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, madame, this night you shall confront the fate. They have already appointed DALBERT to be liberated, should they manage. Okay, so it's either Rookie or DALBERT now. Who should I choose? I think I'll go with DALBERT for this one. I'm sorry, Rookie. I don't know, I mean, you know, for the next Liberation Rites, depending on our enemy, if it's not Tamitha and her High-Wing Remnant friends, then you can go free, of course. Everyone can go free. Let's just let, you know, DALBERT have his freedom. He really deserves it. He's already old. Let him have a good life with the remaining life that he has. We all have faith in you, my girl. And lo, even the stars agree on this count. Or not, because we will lose. So sorry, guys. Anyway, I should probably just activate the Titan stars just to have increased enlightenment bonus, even though we will lose.
Archbeast Sungrease.
Archbeast Sungrease. Interesting names. It's time. Yeah, I will really try what happens if we lose, just to see if it results to a game over or a very negative outcome.
To the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union.
Then we can always restart.
This night is freedom and prosperity. But
The right.
only for one exile who prevails in this Liberation Rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the fate which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
Yeah. I hope you understood what I was saying. I just tried to talk between the host's lines. I don't want our voices to clash. Anyway, the pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Hello, DALBERT. Welcome back. Long time no see. The bent old cur DALBERT steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am called DALBERT Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon the sacred site, upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. See, it's making me more want DALBERT to get free, because despite all of this, even there's the chance that he will lose. He's still quite honorable. He doesn't treat his enemies with hate and all that. He really deserves this. Father. Hey, come on, Almer. They are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. DALBERT, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Almer, please. We have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. Let's do this then. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the Liberation Rite. Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night if you prevail. So yeah, it seems Rookie is a good choice. It seems to make for a very good story. For his Liberation Rite, he gets to lose despite his prayer. Just so we don't have the so-called Deus Ex Machina on our group. But yeah. But of course, I'll definitely free Rookie in the future. His family needs him. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other 2 chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you
Preparation,
set free?
who would be free? Yep. We have only these 3 choices anyway. Oh! God damn it, I forgot! But anyway, we're going to lose anyway. This is my shot to go free. I don't plan to, free Headwind just yet. Maybe for the last part. I don't know.
Who would you set free?
Yep. Okay. We'll go with Rookie for the chosen, although we will lose.
Rookie.
Good choice there, sister. Though if I get out of here, I don't know what you're gonna do without me.
Who shall be
Just
at
admit
his
it, you're
side?
happy. Anyway, let's go with Edwin and Judariel as usual. Maybe get them max leveled before deciding to use other members. I have your back, Rookie. Let's get you home. And Jodariel.
Jodariel.
Understood. Let us return him home.
It is done.
You give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now, let us strive to our fullest capability with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. And Anyway, let's go. Oh, he won't disappear. Yeah. God damn it. What? Why did my aura not get, generated? But anyway, we're gonna lose anyway. So, let's just at least try fighting. Just to see how hard these enemies are. And so that they won't suspect we're trying to lose. Oh, man. Yup. We really are trying to lose here. Hear us now, O noble Jomur, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayer to the scribes or simply from DALBERT's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. Okay, so we pretty much got a curse of sorts, reducing our hope maybe. Anyway, let's try our best. Sort of. Yep. No! This is mine! Oh, man. Nope. We've got Wookie here with us. Or not. We tried. Sort of. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay. No. We'll still fight for this one. Oh, man. What the? Ah! If I actually tried to win here, I might have already lost.
And there it is.
There it is at last. They win.
The fates have proved their worth. As for the Nightwings, they most certainly did not. Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus
so now we're
the
here,
scribes have
and
chosen.
thus the scribes have chosen.
The exile appointed by the fate shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth.
This is interesting. We're going to see what actually
His
happens when we
adversary
lose.
and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Ah, damn it all, chums. I can't believe you blew it. I could have been out of here. I really thought you had it in the bag. Hey, take it easy, rookie. Oh well, that's out of my system now, so see you back at the wagon, hey. Yeah, I understand your disappointment, rookie, but I'm sorry. I had to do this. So it is then that the scribes have smiled on us at last. Come, Almer, my son. Let us be together as a family in this world one last time. Oh, Father, at long last. They embrace father and son. Then, DALBERT utters something and touches Almer on his forehead, the prayer of anointment. Oh! Damn, that plot twist. He tried to switch with his son. Yup. Before Almer can respond, his father heaves him into the shimmer pool. Oh shit! DALBERT?
Father.
No, father, what have you done? You were anointed first. This victory was yours. Yep. I'm surprised too. Holy. Oh man, DALBERT. Oh, I'm really surprised here. Wait, father, it was your time. This was not my time. It was not my time. Yeah, exactly. You know, DALBERT are already old. You deserve to get out. man. But the shimmer pool is sealed. Goodbye, Almer. Farewell, my son, and farewell, Nightwings. But honestly, on the good side, if I remember correctly, Ray has something, Ray has an interest maybe with Almer. I mean, she did talk to him before, so hopefully they get to see each other on the other side, since they hopefully both will be participating in Wolfred's plan. Anyway, DALBERT, I'm still sad for you. DALBERT bows to everyone slowly, then he walks away. Almer earned back his freedom. Accept this, for it is done. Almer is set to return to the downside and leave the downside forever.
Godspeed, Almer.
Godspeed, Almer.
The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Oh man, I really hope for DALBERT to get free, but I guess that's not how it works. I should have seen that coming. I should have, but unfortunately I didn't. Anyway, at least we've seen what happens if we lose in a Liberation Rite. You and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but it is not the end. Yeah, actually, this is our first defeat, even outside the Liberation Rite. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Rookie, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. And what lesson is that? Oh, okay. Additional enlightenment. So too has Edwin, not in spite of this setback with the fate, but because of it. And Jodariel is no exception. She has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment, and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes, now and all throughout your quest, is to be yours alone. Okay, so that also happens. We gain additional experience. But oh, so we don't get the bonus from the Titan stars if we lose. Okay, that's good to know, that's good to know. Okay.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Oh man, I'm still in shock for what DALBERT did. Oh man. Anyway, it's over, so yeah. Anyway, back at the Black Wagon, after the outcome of the Liberation Rite against the Fate, we can do better. We will. We shall have to do better than this. Although we did not succeed in liberating Rookie, there is some consolation. The rites shall continue, and before long, we shall have another chance. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or I should say, the lack thereof. Okay, so we pretty much have to rest again. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness following the Liberation Rite. Those stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run. Besides, once we arrive, best to recover now and make our way southward at first light. Okay, so Wolfred is going to get us something again, hopefully. Because the last time he went on an errand, we got the flying wagon. Anyway, that was that. Interesting. You know, it's really interesting. I'm really getting hooked now into this game. Because, you know, there's really so many possible situations based on whether wins or lose. I don't know, maybe if we even lost a single battle or even more prior to the first Liberation Rite, what could have happened? You know, it makes you think of possibilities and all that. So I guess in a sense you're pretty much making the story here, since you decide if you want to win or you want to lose. If you want this person or that person to be free and all that. So yeah, you know, but still, I guess I'm pretty okay with the outcome. Rookie prayed, but he failed, and character progression. And as for DALBERT, as much as I wanted him to be free, he chose his son. And yeah, I also thought that maybe Almer and Ray could meet in the Commonwealth, but we won't know that until we receive some news from the other side in the future. So yeah, I think I'll end this episode here now. This was quite an interesting episode, the best one yet, I should say, in terms of, story and such. And because the best episode so far when it comes to the rites would be the last episode, because I went with 2 rites there and they were both quite intense. So yeah, I really enjoyed this session. So yeah, if you like the video, do like it. And as usual, I recommended a new format, or I should recommend should be a good term for that, since I'm the one doing it. But yeah, do tell me in the comments what you think of this format and all that, and hopefully you subscribe as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.